Nebraska is trying to land one of the best 2026 recruiting classes in all of college football. And in order to do that, the Huskers are trying to bring back the California connection. So in today's video, I'm going to go over the top Nebraska recruits coming out of the Golden State, who these guys are, what they bring to the table, some high 4-stars, and even a 5-star, and whether or not they will commit to the Big Red. So really quick, we have a lot to get into. Hey, hit that like button if you're fired up. I know I am. And also, if you're a diehard Nebraska fan and you're unsubscribed, please hit that subscribe button for recruiting updates just like this. Practice updates you're going to get nowhere else. Breaking news, analysis, so much more. Please hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much. But without further ado, let's get into it. Going over Nebraska recruiting. The Huskers are trying to bring back the Calibraska connection, going after a bunch of very high-quality players from the Golden State. Let's get things started with arguably the best of the bunch. 5-star athlete Brandon Arrington coming out of Spring Valley, California. Top 10 recruit in the country. This guy is a freak of nature. 6'2", 180 pounds. Let alone one of the fastest recruits in the country, runs about a 4.3, which is blazing fast. He runs track as well. He plays wide receiver. He plays DB. The Huskers are recruiting him to play DB. And right now the Huskers are in the thick of things to land him. The Huskers, I believe, just made his top 10 list, along with a bunch of other good schools, as you'd imagine. Texas A&M, USC, Alabama, Georgia. All of those schools are in there, but Nebraska stands alone near the top. He's visited the Huskers multiple times. He was in Lincoln late July of last year. Raiola has done a good job trying to peer recruit him. Tony White, when he was with Nebraska, tried to get him here, and now Matt Rhule's personally tried to get Brandon Arrington to the Huskers. But, this is a very fun player to watch. That's the first thing I'll tell you. When you watch him on film, again, blazing fast, good ball skills, it makes an impact wherever he's at. He has the ability, whenever the ball is thrown toward his way, he's going to pick it off and take it the other way. 4.6. So really like Brandon Arrington as a prospect. He's a blue chip guy coming out of California. One thing about this California guys, they are fast. Brandon Arrington, he definitely fits that description. But 5-star guy, you'll take him every single day of the week. Right now, I'd say Nebraska probably 6th or 7th team if we were to rank of his top 10. Again, there's some good schools here. Every school in the country wants this guy. Oregon, Bama, Georgia, USC, Texas A&M. But Nebraska, again, recently just visited him at his high school and at his home. So they've been really trying to make this a personal connection. They're going to try to get him on an official visit. Definitely somebody to watch out for. But we got to start talking NIL in order to land a guy like Brandon Arrington. So love this prospect, blazing fast, good height on him as well. Plays defensive back, unicorn. That's what I would call him. He's a unicorn prospect. Huskers hopefully can at least stay in this process as long as possible. Try to make his top 5, maybe his top 3. If you can make his top 3, I think you can land him. But hopefully they continue to keep that connection, get this guy an official visit. But I'm watching out for that. So that is the first one, Brandon Arrington, coming out of Spring Valley, California, 5-star prospect. Let's get to my favorite prospect that Nebraska is going after in California. Running back, Brian Bonner. This guy is incredible. 6'1", 100. He should be listed at 190 pounds. Incredibly fast as well. Very high 4-star player. 100th best player in the country according to 24/7. Again, he's blazing fast, man. He can take any single rush to the house. He has a nice juke move on him. He, has a low center of gravity, meaning that, it takes a couple tackles to actually bring him down, man, but he's super elusive. He can catch passes at a high level. Like, he kind of reminds me of a Wan'Dale Robinson. He's a traditional running back. Yeah, you want to play running back, not wide out, but he can play in the slot. He can catch passes out of the backfield. He can block as well. He's just kind of a do-it-all third down running back. Nebraska has really lacked that. Not only, in the last couple years, but really in the last decade. They lack a running back who can catch passes at a high level. That's what we get here with Brian Bonner, man. And right now, I think Nebraska's the odds-on favorite to land him. UCLA's in this process. Again, he has a bunch of good offers. Bama's in there too. But right now, Nebraska is the favorite. They recently just visited him at his high school too. They made their rounds in California. But I love Brian Bonner, man. Again, take this to the bank. Very fast, can catch passes, he can block. Really, really productive player. Can do just about everything. Nebraska wants him badly coming out of California. Very, very talented guy. There's one running back I want in this class. Nebraska's going after a bunch of good ones. This is the guy I want because he can do just about everything. He's a guy who I see NFL potential written all over him. So that is Brian Bonner, high 4-star running back coming out of California. Now let's get to the tight end that the Huskers just offered. This is Luke Sorensen coming out of Anaheim, 6'4", 230 pounds. He has been a complete riser throughout the process recently. So as of right now, you look at his 24/7 ranking, it's not great. It's an 84, 60th best tight end in America, but he has been blown up. He's got a bunch of high-quality offers recently. Nebraska just offered him. USC just offered him. Bama just offered him. Texas just offered him. So I'd imagine when we start talking about Luke Sorensen again, he'll be a 4-star prospect. Now, I believe Nebraska just made his top list as well. He just visited the Huskers for Elite Junior Day not too long ago. One thing I like about Luke Sorensen, he's actually very brand new to football. He just started playing football 2 years ago. He just started playing tight end 1 year ago. And he was that good from the beginning where he just started shooting up these recruiting rankings. He's big. He's 230. He can block at a high level. He has good speed on him. Good hands. Can make plays after the catch. He's kind of like a Zach Ertz, right? He has some yak to him. I mean, he can break a couple tackles. So I really like Luke Sorensen a lot. Nebraska has made him a point of emphasis ever since they started recruiting him. Would watch out for this name at that tight end spot throughout this recruiting process. Let's get to the offensive line here. There has to be a Polynesian guy the Huskers want on the O-line. You bet. This is Sam Utu coming out of a familiar high school for the Cornhuskers, Orange Lutheran. Nebraska picked up his teammate TJ Lateef in last year's cycle, and they are trying to do it once again here with Sam Utu, now 6'4", 300 pounds. Man, he is big when you watch him on film. He's a big bruiser, man. Really, really good in the running game. A lot of pancakes. But honestly, I was really impressed with him in the pass pro. He's developed. He has good footwork for a big man. For that reason, I mean, the recruiting rankings speak for themselves. Now, bunch of good offers, as you'd imagine here. Bama, Michigan, Georgia's in here. USC right now is the odds-on favorite. I put Nebraska in that top 5 right here. He did visit the Huskers, I want to say for the Colorado game last year, which is, if there's any game you want to go to, it's that Colorado game. But I really like Sam Utu, man. I mean, just look at this guy. He looks like a baller. He looks like he's angry. He gives me Dom Raiola vibes. But I really like Sam Utu, man. Nebraska trying to land him. They're probably in the top 5 right now, I'd say. But you wanted to get him on another visit this summer. One last guy I want to talk about is Oscar Rios coming out of Downey, California. Now, we've talked about this guy in the past. Nebraska was heavily after him. Again, quarterback who was previously committed to Purdue. Nebraska wanted him very badly. He committed to Purdue. Nebraska backed off. They landed Dylan's brother, Deion. And now Oscar Rios is back on the market, of course, decommitted from Purdue. It still remains to be known whether or not Nebraska is recruiting him once again. We will see on that. But Oscar Rios, I really like this prospect. Again, the recruiting rankings speak for themselves. Top 150 player in the country, high 4-star. He's 6'3", he's 180. He's pretty skinny, man. He is skinny, I'll give him that. But he's elusive. You guys want a dual threat quarterback who can also throw the ball 60 yards? I know a lot of you guys want that. You want a running quarterback again. Oscar Rios would be our best running quarterback probably since Adrian, who was also a California prospect. So, listen. I like Oscar Rios. He has good arm strength. He's honestly pretty accurate. He can get outside the pocket. He's mobile. He's still pass first guy. He's not necessarily dual threat, but again, he can run. He ran for about 1,000 yards last year for his high school squad. Bunch of really good offers here. He's been picking them up left and right recently. Again, it's going to be hard to land him. I would like another quarterback in this class alongside Deion. I'd feel a lot more comfortable with it that way. So we'll see if the Huskers really pursue Oscar Rios, but you can't deny the talent. The talent is there, and he is better than Dayton Raiola as of right now. I think his upside's better too. So if I'm the Huskers, I would go after him. We'll see if they do. I think they probably will when it's all said and done, but want to mention that. All right, those are the top 5 players that Nebraska is going after in California. Now, they're not being incredibly aggressive. They're not going after 10-plus guys like they are in Florida and Missouri, but they're picking and choosing the top guys that they really, really want. Nebraska's got some high-quality guys there recently, whether we're talking about, a TJ Lateef, a Sua Lafodu, a couple other guys, but really they're trying to build that foothold better. They're trying to bring back that pipeline, see if they can do it. You need to land about 2 or 3 of those guys. But I want Brian Bonner. Give me an Arrington on the side, 5-star prospect, and I'm feeling pretty good about our future in that California state. All right, guys, let me know your thoughts down below about the top prospects Nebraska is going after in California. Let me know in the comment section. Hey, if you made this far in the video, you know what to do. Hit that like button and subscribe. As always, folks, go be great. Go Rhule. See you in the next one.